you can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65 and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-574-0466 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-574-0466. Don't wait. 1-800-574-0466. Call now.
Right now at 3, a cold storm moving through the Bay Area, and it's headed our way. What we can expect in the next couple of days. And a bizarre break-in in Victorville, how a group of vandals, including children, smashed their way through this shop. And no cords necessary, how this street will become the first of its kind in California, allowing drivers to charge just by driving over it.
The NBC4 News at 3 starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Annabelle Sedano. Let's get right to it. We begin at 3 with that wild break-in in Victorville. A woman led a group, including young children, into a store to vandalize it. NBC4's Christian Cáceres is live in Victorville, where he spoke with an employee. Christian.
Well, Annabelle, I can tell you the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, they tell me this is an ongoing investigation, and so far they've made no arrests in this case. But I do want to point out the smoke shop that you see here behind me. We were able to talk to both employees who witnessed this all, and they tell me they are still in shock about what happened and also who was behind it. You can see right now the smoke shop. There is some work being done on the outside because there was some boards covering up some of that broken glass, because the owner tells me he is just doing what he can to keep the doors open here. Now take a good look at your screen. This is surveillance video from Monday night shared by the owner of My Generation Smoke and Vape on 7th and La Paz Drive here in Victorville. Well, the owner's son and another employee were inside when they say a woman walks in, buys a few items, and for an unknown reason got agitated on her way out. Well, in the video, you can see she signals a group to enter the store, which employees believe there was a teenager and 2 children in that group. You can also see how the group vandalizes the business. Well, that's when one of the workers grabs a stick and the group leaves, not before one of them breaks the store's glass door and window.
I just wanted them to get caught, honestly, or just, I don't know, I don't want them to feel like they just get away with that. They didn't take anything, no. They just broke a bunch of stuff. That's basically the same thing, breaking it, you can't sell it anymore.
And back out here live, you can see as the crews just arrived to repair some of that broken glass here in the front part of the business. Now, thankfully, no one was hurt, but the owner tells me the group did cause about $5,000 in damages, and for a small business, he says that's a lot. Well, the employee says that the woman is a frequent customer, but right now we don't have any information as to her relationship with those kids in the group. But what we do know is that the Sheriff's Department is looking for all 6 of those people. That's the very latest from Victorville. Christian Cáceres, NBC4 News.
Christian, thank you very much for that update. Turning now to the first alert forecast, we're following a powerful storm that's dumping rain and snow up north. It's slow going in the Sierra Nevada mountains today, but some of the higher elevations like Tahoe could see up to 10 feet of snow over the next week. And here's video of heavy rain in Sonoma County. You can see some of the damage it's already caused. We're talking flooded streets and downed trees. NBC's Chase Kane has more from Eureka.
At the moment in Northern California, things are calm. Calm waters, a little bit of light to moderate rain, but that is going to change as the day goes on because we are in a high risk for flooding here in Eureka and across much of Northern California. Days like this are especially dangerous because about 40% of all flood deaths happen on days like this when you have that high risk for flooding. We've already had a couple of days of light rain, so the ground is soaked, the rivers are starting to rise. By the time we get into later this afternoon and tonight, that's when there is a high wind watch. There is a flood watch in effect because we could potentially get 6, 10, maybe even 12 inches of rain on top of what this area has already gotten. And so you add in 30, 40, maybe even 50-mile-an-hour winds, and it's that combination that could bring down trees, bring down